now we're going to make the cream of Macaé. Macaé is the Brazilian chocolate of 62%. So for this dessert, we have the milk.
This is just plain whole milk?
Just plain whole milk, exactly. Now I just mix my pectin with my sugar, and I add it to my milk, boil everything together, and pour it on my chocolate as well.
Why are you adding pectin? Why did you choose that?
Because it's like, for me, it's easier product to work with than gelatin. We need to soak, we need to...
Right. So you can put it directly into the liquid. Is that Valrhona chocolate I see?
Yep, it is.
It is, eh?
It's a Brazilian one. And it's a very, very nice one. It's 62%, but it's actually, you have the impression it's a little bit more. It's one of the chocolates I used for the Verona competition. For the tuile, we're using the Brazilian nuts to get it a little bit like in the same...
So it's more authentic.
Exactly. So now the milk is boiling. So when we make a ganache, we always start with just a part of the milk or the cream. If we would add in one time the cream now, we will get some lumps who are difficult to get out afterwards. So we just pour a little bit, let it slightly melt. Me, when I'm making ganache, I prefer not to use too much the whisk because we put in too much air.
It smells like hot chocolate.
It's so good to make your own hot chocolate.
It's the best.
So basically, when we see that it starts to get smooth, we can add another part of the milk. So basically, this is the cream.
Go for it.
So the second dessert, we have the brownies. And on the top is the cream. I just showed you how to make it. So basically, we let it set in the fridge until it's like strong enough to cut. So basically, I use 2 of these for each dessert. Again, the Macaé chocolate, to have really the same chocolate coming back in the decoration and in the cream. This one we put over here. On top of this one, I just put some crispy chocolate. Just when we pipe the ice cream, it won't slide. So you can use, if you make the brownies biscuit, for example, you will always have some hand cut. Just dry it a little bit in the oven. We put it on top. And then when we pipe the ice cream, it won't go everywhere. The sauce is the same cream as the cream I just showed you. We just put it in a squeezing bottle. So this one is the crispy Brazil nuts. So what we do, unfortunately, we need the same sugar again, the glucose. We cook the sugars with the water until 150 degrees. We add like the nuts and some crispy cacao beans, or we can even do without the cacao beans if we can't find this. So then we put it all in, let it set, and then we mix the powder. And this powder, we cut some squares and some plastic, we put on the baking sheet. With a sieve, we put the powder on top, let it melt again in the oven, and then we can roll around some bars like this. Like these are, just roll it around or around some round. We have the espumas. The espumas is a recipe, we just boil the milk and the cream, pour it on top of the chocolate, and then we let it set. We make in the same way as the ganache. First a little bit of the milk, then the second part, third part, so it's nice and smooth. If you see any lumps, you definitely have to mix or sieve it, because as it needs to go through a really small hole here, we won't be able to get it out if there are any lumps in there.
Sure. You can modify. You can take 1, 2 components of any dish.
Exactly.
Add ice cream to it, and you've got a dessert.
Yeah. So basically, to fill up those, not to have them explode, I use a piping bag.
So it's like little cannelloni.
Exactly.
Yeah, filling cannellonis.
I put the mousse inside. We use 2 on each dessert.
Nice. So how much is this dessert now with that little piece of gold on it?
The desserts are quite similar, except we're going to put up the price a little bit more because the ice cream is white truffle inside. And we're going to, unfortunately, it's not the season of white truffle anymore.
Yes.
So we'll finish it up today with some black truffle.
Black truffle.
But now the price is definitely going up a little bit.
Yes, definitely.
Just make sure when you use ice cream in a piping bag, it's not too soft.
But you can prepare all that in advance and leave that till the very end.
So just some nice slices of truffle on top. It is not necessary, of course, the truffle.
No, but it's a nice touch, and the texture and the color goes with the
Exactly.
chocolate so beautifully.
So,
Wow.
this is the second dessert for today.